What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Rude Jutes podcast. I'm joined together with Matt
Hi, everyone.
and Justin,
Hello.
and my name is Tyler. So, um, I think the first topic we want to talk about is Fallout. What are your guys like views on like the TV show? And it's been a little time, so we can like I guess kind of freely talk about it now.
Mhm.
Um, but like, what is your guys' like stance with it? I personally, I loved it.
I loved it. I was shocked by how much I really liked it.
Mhm.
When I first heard that it was announced, I was pretty apprehensive about there being a Fallout show just because I didn't really know like what it would cover. I was worried it was going to be one of those video game shows that just did really poorly, kind of like Halo,
Mm,
but it exceeded all of my expectations and I am obsessed with Lucy. I love her story arc, everything about Lucy I just love as a character.
Mhm.
And I think that she kind of like really fits the mold as to like how we would react, how anybody would really react if anybody was in the vault and then went out to this radioactive world.
See, and
Mhm.
I was just
Uh,
about to bring that up. I was like, I really like how they portrayed her as like the vault dweller who has no
mhm.
idea what's going on. And she's like, "Ah, no, no big deal. I'll just go get my dad real quick." And then goes out and it's like, no, this isn't it. This isn't what I
Yeah.
wanted. This or like this is why I didn't expect to happen.
And I really liked how she kept like her okie dokie
Yeah.
like tagline even
Uh,
till like the end. And
Dude,
just kind of like,
sorry. Just the Okie Dokie is so fucking good because how it
yeah,
changes throughout the entire series.
yeah,
It's just like just shows like where she's at the moment and like how her it's like when she first says Okie Dokie is like perky is innocent and then it just like gets a little more like
Darker.
beaten down and darker. Yeah.
hmm
And I personally just I love the show, and especially the person who played the ghoul.
yeah, he was
Oh
fantastic.
yeah.
He did a very good job, and one of the main reasons why he did a good job is because, like, he had the opportunity to play the game. Like, he went on there's an
Mm,
Mhm.
interview with him saying that, like, "Oh, yeah, my son said that, like, it's a really good game and that I should play it," and he's like, "I didn't wanna do it because I didn't wanna, like, ruin the world that I made for myself when reading the script."
Mhm.
hmm.
And I was like, "That is a very good point." But for them to be like, "No, you gotta do it like this because this is the lore, and it's very lore accurate."
Mhm.
Like, I think they did a very good job with keeping it, 1, lore accurate, 2, the story intriguing and making you feel like
Mhm.
it's truly in the Fallout and, like, having, like, the mannerisms of
Mhm.
everything. Like, I love the fact that the Brotherhood of Steel is, like, a very big, like, part of it too.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
I love that like they took aspects of the games, like the stim packs, and just never really explained what the fuck is going on. Because it's like in the game, you don't. It's a stim pack. It just heals you. That's it. And in the show, like it just heals you, and that's it.
yeah,
Like I appreciate that it doesn't have to. It doesn't explain itself because I don't think it really needs to. Because it's like a fucking desert wasteland. Who cares?
right.
Right.
It was
I was
also
shocked about how much I actually cared about all the characters too, and, like,
yeah,
how much I
Mhm.
actually liked each story. I didn't know that I would like Maximus's story as much as I did, but I actually really ended up liking him. Lucy was still, like, undeniably my favorite, but Norm's story of, like, there being kind
Ooh,
of
norms.
secrets in the vault was crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and then
mhm,
finding out and big spoiler for anybody who didn't watch it, but finding out that the ghoul gosh, I just looked up his name. Cooper
Walter
Howard.
Goggins. Oh, Cooper Howard. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
his name in the
the
show.
the character.
Wife was a part of like making the vault, and then she basically was like, "What if we nuke, America ourselves?" And that is just such a yeah. Everything about this show was just so good. Where it came to being impacts, like you said, Justin. Um, all of the stories being very
Yeah.
intriguing and you just want to know more.
And
Um,
the the fucking character dynamics too, like how Lucy interacts with Maximus, how Lucy
yes.
interacts with Cooper Howard is just
Yep.
or the ghoul. It's just so fucking good and interesting
Mhm.
because they're like
Yeah.
they're all characters that live in different that have different lives, live different lives, and just like how they either bring each other down or lift each other up in certain
Yep.
aspects. Like, it's so
Um,
fucking good.
some of my favorite moments. I definitely loved when they went to the vault. When Lucy and Maximus did, and and they like it looks like they're about to chop off Lucy's head
Oh
for going to
yeah,
floor 11 or whatever, and they're like, "You have to leave."
yeah, yeah.
No, I was
I was
dying.
dead. And then the other one that I really loved was when Maximus's lackey, like Brotherhood of Steel person, um, when he was like, "Buddy, I think that you got turned into a ghoul," and he was like, "Fuck."
He's like, "Well, they're gonna kill me now." Which
Thaddeus, that was
Dude,
his name.
yeah,
Thaddeus,
Thaddeus.
fun or alright, I wanna get you guys' opinion on this because you brought that up. What do
Yeah.
you think
I
was in that serum? Was it is he actually gonna turn
so
into a ghoul?
I
Or is
think
so
he
I don't
gonna
so.
think
turn into a super mutant?
to a certain yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
that's what I've been hearing a lot, like theories, is that he's not gonna turn to a ghoul, but into a super mutant.
I could see that.
Because I think I've never played the Fallout game, so I don't know like how true this is, but like I've heard that super mutants in the games have been like relatively like comedic, and
That
Thaddeus is very much the comedic character.
Yeah.
I agree to that, but that also goes with their intelligence.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
you got the super smart ones that are, like, still, like, retain all their memories and everything, and you got the ones that serve the master, or is it the master? Yeah, it's the master, which in Fallout 1, I believe is the number 1 villain that you're going up against, and
Oh,
he
okay.
so he made the serum, and when they take the serum, they take it, and then they, like, are just following this guy. Well, he made so many that they just branched off around everywhere, and then
Oh,
they're kinda just, like,
Mm.
blindlessly following this dude, and, like, even in the games, like, you got your, like, smart super mutants, and then you got, like, the ones that are just, like, just lackeys.
Yeah.
I think Thaddeus would fall under the smart ones, and if the writers,
Mm.
the writers could take this opportunity to basically introduce super mutants through
I think
Thaddeus.
that's I think that's the point.
Yeah, and I
Mhm.
think that's the point. I definitely, yeah, I definitely buy that now that I'm thinking about it. It makes way more sense that he's gonna be, a super mutant rather than just a regular old ghoul.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
sorry, yeah, just when Thaddeus though, like going back to it, when he got impaled through the throat,
Oh my god, I was
I was
cackling.
like
I was like,
I was I was
"Oh."
I was I was like, "Oh shit." And they kind of lingered on it. It's like, "Oh, is this like a one of those like Fallout weird joke sense of humors?"
Yep.
And then it just turned into like, "Oh no, this guy's not dying. What the fuck is going on?"
And
And it
he
just
just
heals up. And it's like, this motherfucker's a ghoul. Like that scene was like executed so well.
It was
yeah,
executed perfectly. I was like, "Oh no, Thaddeus, he's dead." And then when it was healing up, I was like, "Oh no, he's a ghoul." That's that, and I was laughing because he was just
I
like so shocked in that scene too.
I
Hmm.
was as a VFX artist and everything in my primer days, I was blown away with the CGI and, like, the special effects in this.
Oh yeah.
Mm, dude, the fucking what was that creature with the fingers? The Flint.
Axolotl?
Yeah,
I'm the thing that looks
Oh
like an
yeah, that
axolotl,
was
but I forgot the name of it.
yeah, that was fucking scary and disgusting.
gross.
But they did a really
Yeah.
good job on it.
I saw the behind the scenes
Yep.
footage of that. and it was funny.
Oh, I should
It's
watch
just
that.
it's just some dude holding up a giant mouth and them just like in it, and the dude's just like trying to like keep him held up. Um, and another thing too, and we can segue into a different topic after this one. What are your guys' expectations for season two?
So obviously they're going to
Oh.
New Vegas.
Right.
Well, the dad is going to New Vegas.
Yes.
I think they're following though, because that's where his wife will be, is my guess.
See, it's weird because I mean, obviously there's like the New Vegas games, but how much is that? How much are they going to tamper with the story in that game to fit their TV show narrative?
Well, I mean, I Fallout New Vegas is one of the ones I like least played. It's one of the best.
Mm,
Like
yeah,
it's
people love that
considered
game.
one of the best Fallout games. But so from my understanding is that the one dude that was in the round table in the beginning when they're like about to send the nuke off or in that meeting, he's the one that runs his AI or his brain is the one that runs New
Mhm.
Yeah.
Vegas. So I have a
Oh,
feeling
yeah.
that it's not going to be that different than the game. Like when
Wait,
they
hold
actually
on.
go there,
Wait, which guy?
Mr.
At the
House.
end where yeah, like when Norm breaks into Vault 31 and it's that brain in a
Yeah.
jar, him.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I
Um,
thought Tyler was like I thought Tyler was insinuating that guy was in charge of Vegas, but no, never
No,
mind.
he is.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I know.
Mr. House is in charge of New Vegas.
That's actually
It's
lore
not.
stuff.
Yeah, so the guy in the vault that wasn't him.
Uh,
That was another dude that
Oh.
his brain got
yeah, no,
taken out, put in a robot to eternally watch over all
Oh,
this.
okay.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's where I got mixed up. Okay, yeah,
Gotcha. That's where I confused myself then too.
Yeah, Mr. House is one of the executives that's in that ice box though.
hmm
Or his brain was
Oh,
in that and then his brain got swapped out or his either his brain or his consciousness. From what I know about the Fallout lore, I watch videos and stuff all the time about this stuff because it's so interesting. Like just any Bethesda game, the lore in it is insane. Um, but from my understanding is that Mr. House is AI or his consciousness runs New Vegas and
hmm
it relatively does not change since its creation.
oh,
And
Okay.
at the end of New Vegas, I think you nuke it as one of the
Mm,
hmm,
choices.
okay.
interesting.
But yeah, no, my expectations for season two, they're definitely gonna fight a Deathclaw, especially because that's the most requested thing they want, like people want to see.
hmm
Mhm.
And two is Thaddeus is gonna Hulk out and become a super mutant
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
by the time that he had the serum injected, it wasn't enough time for the mutation to actually like happen.
okay.
So I think he's gonna Hulk out. I think he's gonna join up with Lucy, Thaddeus, and
hmm
Cooper or Maximus. Sorry, Thaddeus. And then go to um. They're all gonna go to New Vegas, and
Okay.
there's gonna be some references to the platinum chip. Which, if you have the platinum chip, you control New Vegas.
Mm,
Okay.
But yeah. So
gotcha.
going on from that was, what are other things you guys want to talk about?
One thing I wanna quickly touch on that's been in news, is a game that I've been currently playing, and it's, Stellar Blade. So, Stellar Blade has been in the news recently because there has been some weird censorships that happened post-launch. And I was just kind of my initial thought, I guess, was people are overreacting. I'm sure it's not that weird or not that bad. But when looking at it, they censored two outfits, just two. to my knowledge. I watched a video about like the outfits compared to the launch patch versus this newest patch, which might not be the newest patch anymore. As we're recording this, I honestly don't remember the last time my game updated. But they changed like two of the outfits, and I think that they were both like swimsuit outfits, mesh. Mind you, these swimsuit outfits are not super revealing, but they just put a piece area and that was it. And it first of all, I would understand if they changed it to like change the vibe of the outfit, but the outfit vibe is all thrown off with the mesh. It looks really weird and out of place. I don't really know why they added it because these outfits were not even bad, but
It's PlayStation. They
oh,
had
it's
to like
PlayStation.
because it's like a Japanese owned like company or well, Sony, right? And then they had
Right.
to uh because like weird laws and regulations in Japan, like I don't know how it is also in Korea, but they do censorships like that. It's all you'll see it anywhere in like Japanese media. You see it in anime, you see it in video games. When they had to release it
Mm.
elsewhere, they had to do some sort of censorships.
So it's an American thing, essentially.
No, it's Japan going like doing shit outside to the
Oh,
West.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Tyler, you
So
gonna say something?
yeah, so I have been waiting for us to talk about Stellar Blade because I
Oh.
haven't know because I have no idea what the game is, and I've been waiting
Oh.
for us to talk about it in the podcast for you guys to explain it to
Mhm.
me. Um,
So
but yeah, go
the
go ahead.
best way that I would describe it is I'll probably get roasted for this. It's like Dark Souls meets like Bayonetta, really. Um you and kind of like Devil May Cry-ish. It kind of has that Dark Souls like difficulty to it. You're going to have to like
Mhm.
replay bosses. Enemies can mess you up really bad really quickly. You have a limited amount of healing items. You have to basically find these camps essentially to regenerate your health and all of like your health packs and stuff.
It's a Souls-like
And
game.
they're it's a Souls-like game. And then but the cool part of it is that you're playing this like woman robot and you play dress up with her. There's a ton of outfits.
Oh,
um there's like 70 plus outfits base game or
okay.
something crazy like that. You don't even have to there's no DLC with that.
Mhm.
Oh,
So it's been very much so praised about the amount of like cosmetics and stuff that you can unlock, which is really cool.
yeah, no, that's very nice. Like, especially going
It's
back
very
to
fun.
the old podcast when we talked about all that stuff. It's like,
Dead or
you know,
Alive.
they
Yes.
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
but they won't. And
Right.
so,
And it
like,
has kind of a basic story, but I will say like the gameplay really makes up for it. It's beautiful, it's fun. I'm really enjoying myself exploring. I will say that one of the more lackluster parts of the game is the side quests. The characters I just
Yeah.
they're kind of meh. Like all of the side characters, their stories are very meh. Like I don't feel compelled to complete them if that makes sense. I'm just doing it to see if I unlock something cool.
I mean, that's cool though in some games because there's a lot of like I mean, my personal belief on this, but like I have certain games because the gameplay is fun, not the
Mhm.
story. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys do this, but like I'll watch shows and play games.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and it
Same.
like doesn't take away from the game. Like if there's a very compelling story and stuff, I'm paying full on attention to it.
Mhm.
But if I'm like, I don't really fuck with the story or there's a lot of gameplay, less story or something, like I'll have like I think recently I've been watching South Park.
Nice.
But as far as Stellar Blade goes, like that sounds really cool. I like the fact that there's a bunch of cosmetics and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm definitely gonna look it up on Steam after this recording. It's on
It's
Steam,
not on
right?
Steam.
It's
Oh,
Nope.
PlayStation only. Yeah.
oh,
So
well, I'll just take a
there
look at my
was
But
a
you got a
PlayStation Store.
PlayStation 5, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah, well, there was a thing where they said that they'll cause like they're taking PC into consideration now.
Mm.
I hope.
So it's not confirmed that they'll do it, but there's talks about it.
I just want to abolish exclusives.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another episode
That is another episode.
for sure.
But but yeah,
What are
no,
your
definitely.
thoughts on Stellar Blade, Justin? I feel like you were gonna say some things, but Tyler and I kept cutting you off.
Oh no, no, you're fine. Yeah, I really enjoyed the demo. I don't know if it's definitely going to be a game where I'll get later on. I just don't know when because
Mm.
there's already so much to fucking play through that's just like I gotta make time for other shit. So I mean, it looks cool, but yeah, just one of those games that'll be had to be put on the back burner until I can get to it. Other than that,
I
I got no real
definitely
yeah, I got no thoughts about the game generally.
I was gonna say I definitely recommend it to anybody that
Mhm.
might be remotely interested in it. If you see it and you think that you would enjoy it, go for it. If you enjoy Bayonetta and you enjoy the Soulsborne franchise, definitely pick it up.
Mhm.
I think it's worth the playthrough for sure. Will it be one of my favorite games of all time? Probably not, but am I enjoying it nonetheless? Yeah.
How are you liking it compared to Liza P that you
I like
also
Liza
never
P
finished?
better.
Yeah.
I like Liza P a little bit better. I think that the story is a little bit more compelling in Liza P.
Mhm.
I feel a need to like actually complete it. Not saying that I don't feel a need to complete Stellar Blade. It's more so I'm continuing to complete Stellar Blade because of the really fun gameplay and the just beautiful graphical fidelity.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm definitely gonna watch videos on, and I might get it, is because you said three of my favorite games:
Oh, really?
Bayonetta,
Bayonetta?
Oh my god.
Devil May Cry,
Yes.
and Souls Like.
Oh my god, I knew we were friends for a reason, Tyler. I love the Bayonetta series. I haven't beat 3 though, I will say. Got it on the Switch in 2022 and it just kind of fell off, but I'm gonna pick it back up because I'll be traveling soon.
Yeah, I just watched a video on it the other day, and I was like, "Ooh, I wanna pick up my
I
Switch."
know. I know. I love Bayonetta.
But yeah. So
Did you know that
Mm.
Eve's character model is based off a real person?
Yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mhm. They took an actual, like, Korean model and just basically replicated her body.
what?
Model her
Yeah.
Does
face.
the model know?
Oh, yeah, yeah, no, she was there, like, they did,
Sh
like,
she got
photo
paid.
yeah, she
Oh,
got paid. They
that's
did, like,
okay.
photogrammetry. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Except
like
it's kind
so
of weird.
they, like, just, like, modeled the character just based off of her and, like, didn't include her at all.
Yeah.
But, like, I
I
mean,
wonder how
yeah,
she
if
feels about the nude suit.
she had to approve of
Eh,
it.
That's
I
true.
I don't know if she had to approve of it,
Yeah,
because
I
they
wonder if
just
she signed a contract, like, "We can use your likeness in any which way
Yeah.
that
well,
we want to in this game."
they didn't use her face, they just used her body. I don't know how
Oh.
much of a say you get to have about the body.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
yeah.
then
the
I
only
yeah,
mean,
who
there's
cares?
the face doesn't match, then it can be anyone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
then it doesn't matter. So, moving on to another topic, I thought that we could talk about something that we actually didn't talk about in our microtransactions. Yes, Justin?
Sorry, real quick. Tyler, where are we at?
We are at 24 minutes, 25
Okay, cool.
minutes on the dot.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. So, moving into another topic, surprisingly, we didn't really talk about this game when talking about our microtransaction episode, but I guess it's just because I don't know. We Justin and I really don't play it anymore, but I really briefly want to talk about Overwatch. It's just so sad how the mighty have fallen.
Can
I
I make
was
a quick
obsessed with
note?
the Yes, absolutely.
I played Overwatch for maybe 3 months,
Okay,
Really.
not consecutively.
Okay.
I've maybe only played 20
like in and out.
matches.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
because the game got too toxic for me.
Mm, yeah,
Whoa, that's surprising. I played probably when I quit, I would say that I had around 1,000 hours in Overwatch.
I think
And
I was just under 1,000 hours, probably.
yeah, yeah, and I
Damn.
probably had about, like, $1,000 spent in that game because of all the cosmetics that I bought.
Hmm.
See, I only
Which
liked
I don't
one
regret.
character. I
I
only
don't
liked
regret it either. It was fun.
Mm.
You know? Like, who cares?
I only liked
So
one
what's one
character,
character?
Reaper.
Uh huh.
That's the only
Of
character I
yeah, of
Yeah.
liked.
course.
I
Hmm.
couldn't get his gameplay.
Really?
Really?
I mean, it was easy to figure
Justin and
out,
I
but
at the
like
same time.
I didn't. I mean, and I'm going based off of like what my friends have told me. I don't know how to play them,
Okay.
Okay. Did you
so
ever watch a guide?
no, I never was interested
Because that's
enough.
how
Okay.
so
That's where your issue begins.
yeah, that's how you get good at Overwatch is you pretty much just watch guides. That's how I got good as Diva. You figure out well, Diva's pretty also self-explanatory, but you have to watch a guide to see, like, where your positioning should be. You should watch, like, top rank like, I'd watch top rank Diva videos to see, like, where to throw my bomb, like, what angles, what I should be
Hmm.
with my doing with my team and where I should be positioning myself and who I should go after and so on and so forth. Helped a lot.
Hmm. I always felt like I was a pretty good Reaper player.
Yeah,
Like
you were.
it was mainly just like, yeah, guides. Like you gotta understand how, like, the character's abilities and what makes sense for him. And for Reaper, it's always been like, since he could teleport, you had to get behind him, get behind the enemy, and so you can flank them. And then he has his phase ability where he becomes invulnerable. And so, like, if they start to focus on you, then you can just bail out, go back into your side so that you can stay safe, and just
Or
like
you can
keep messing around with them in that way.
yeah, and you can phase to get away from ultimates, stuff like
Hmm.
that. That's what you would essentially use it for.
Yeah, but also Reaper's like main objective is like target squishies and tanks.
Yep. Justin was a menace to healers.
Hmm. Do you, Matt? Remember where you at, Mercy?
So this was when Mercy could res as her ultimate, and we were playing Overwatch one night, and Justin gets one kill as Reaper, starts laughing, gets two, starts laughing harder, gets three, is like maniacally laughing and goes, "Where are you at now, Mercy?" And she comes out of nowhere and reses all of them, and he goes, "Oh shit!"
I just at that point I just used my alt and they all died again.
Yep,
Like,
he killed them all again. It was
good job.
amazing.
I was gonna say, but like going back to like the original topic of like what you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy how the mighty have fallen. People I feel like Overwatch really took over gaming for a very long time. It was the only thing that I saw dedicated fighting game channels for God's sakes playing Overwatch, uploading their clips. Overwatch channels were getting hundreds of thousands of views. Overwatch Twitch streamers were getting hundreds of thousands of views. And now we're at a point where like it's still being played, but their whole point of Overwatch 2, they completely abandoned. And it's essentially the same game except 5v5 instead of 6v6 and they
Yeah.
sell a ton of cosmetics.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that's why everyone's like really fucking with Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, I'll be playing that when it comes out.
I only wonder how long that's gonna last because I'd imagine it's not gonna last too long because it kind of feels too similar to Overwatch.
Well, from what one of my friends have said to me, um,
Hmm.
is that they have like the same abilities as like
Yeah.
from characters
Yeah.
of Overwatch. Like,
Hmm.
and I don't know how much of this is true. I saw a TikTok on it.
Mhm.
They made Hulk a support character instead of a tank. Did they do
Um,
that or is that wrong?
I thought he was a tank.
I
I
know Loki's a support character.
Yeah, Loki's a support character.
uh who did they make it? They made Doctor Strange a tank.
Yes.
Yes.
And but yeah,
It
it was just crazy. And then all the memes are like why I love how they made and I love how they put the MCU Hulk in.
The
the
MCU Hulk?
MCU
MC
Hulk?
because the MCU Hulk is very weak compared to the comic book.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I mean you guys know this about me, but the viewers, I'm a very big comic book nerd. Like I've read my manga and I've read my all of my the Spider-Man issues. I've read Hulk, Doctor Doom, Fantastic Four, all that stuff.
Mm,
Mm, yeah,
Deadpool.
fucking nerd.
love me some Deadpool.
I am a fucking nerd. And I take pride in that, Justin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, because I was really interested in Scarlet Witch when I heard that she would be in the game. I absolutely love me some Scarlet Witch. So when I saw that she would be in the game, I was like, all right, really gonna pay attention to gameplay with her in it. And then I saw her for the first time and I was like, thought I was looking in a mirror with Moira from Overwatch, like very
Yeah.
similar abilities. It was like jarring. It was almost like one of those weird surreal moments where you're like, wait, what? Like, what am I watching again?
Like
But
I
nonetheless, it
think
looks great.
I think fucking what's his name? Star Lord? His alt is the same as Reaper's.
And Star-Lord, I'm pretty sure, is exactly like Tracer. Like, if you see how
Oh
the way
yeah.
that he, like, holds his abilities, it's very Tracer-esque.
Well, he typically just has SMGs as in
Right.
the comics. I don't know if that's true, Tyler. At least in the MCU, he uses submachine guns.
He has what's it called? Multi-pistol. They can cycle.
Mm,
Uh,
okay.
So like yeah, he brings them out. They can be single shot, multi-fire.
mm,
It really just depends on the iteration of Star-Lord that they're going with.
hmm
Um, I mean, which is really saving their ass
Right.
because it's like you got so many different in like different editions of
Marvel.
like Marvel characters because of the comics
Yeah.
and the whole multiverse.
hmm
That you can really do anything and it'll be like accurate. But if they fuck this up though, ooh, they're gonna hear about it 100%.
So,
Now,
I don't know if this rumor is true. I just saw this swirling around on the interwebs, but I thought that I saw that, like, it was ex-Blizzard employees or ex-Overwatch employees that were working, like, some of them were working on this game. I could be wrong, but people had that thought from on the internet just because of how similar it seemed. And it does seem to capture that magic that Overwatch kinda did.
I see it.
Question, Justin. I mean, I wanna actively play it, which I mean, I guess that's not much to say because any new multiplayer game that looks semi decent. Um, but going back to your question, Justin, I think out of spite, I just hope it does well and I hope it lasts long. But I don't know because I
Well,
thought that Fall Guys was going to be the next. Oh God, I can't remember the name of the game. This is all gonna have to be cut. What were you gonna say, Tyler?
I was gonna
Hold.
say hold because my connection's being weird.
Okay.
Um, yeah, 'cause, it's just like your screen just or like the webcam. I say finish up this point and then we end the episode because I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
okay.
All right. So
Um,
Fall
But I
Guys.
don't know because I thought that Fall Guys was going to be the next big thing, and I feel like Fall Guys died really quick and really hard. Like people don't really talk about it that much anymore from what I've seen. I think that it still does well, but not as well as it did in its prime.
I agree with that. I just know Fall Guys still has a dedicated fan base.
It does. It does. I
Yeah, they
see
still
people
do.
stream it.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like Queso, like brought it back for a little bit.
Mm,
Um, but mainly like it's a very small community now. Like pretty much just keeps the game running.
Mhm.
But yeah, other than that, like Fall Guys was fun.
They even had
Fall
that,
Guys was fun.
Final Fantasy 14 fucking collaboration.
Oh,
It
I
was
saw
really
that. I
Oh,
good.
got that.
yeah.
You had that?
Of
Yeah.
course you did.
God.
I had to. I heard about it. I was like, hell yeah.
Tyler's like, $5, who cares? I could I could go to McDonald's or I could buy this.
Yeah. And I'm trying to lose weight. Alrighty. So are we I think it's about time.
Think it's about time. This is gonna be a shorter episode because we hit you with a long one
We
the
hit
last
with
time.
a couple long ones.
Hit a
Yeah, a couple
fucking
long
doozy.
ones.
Jeez.
Um,
Yeah.
so on that note, make sure to like, subscribe, comment your favorite part down below. And also check out our TikTok, our Instagram, our Twitter. Links to all of that is in the description. We will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Where you at now, Mercy? Where you at now?